Chosen ones, it's time to step out of the shadows. Your quiet time is over, and now is the moment the world has been waiting for. You have waited, suffered, and hidden in plain sight, but no more. It's time to reveal your true self and show the world what you are really made of. For so long, you have lived in silence. It was a season of growth, preparation, and reflection. Like a seed buried deep below the ground, you were not visible to others, but you were changing. You were in stealth mode, quietly observing, learning, and preparing. Silence was not weakness, it was strength built in secret. Now, as the world begins to notice you, they will see a strength far greater than they ever imagined. All the hard work you have done, the personal battles you have fought, and the wisdom you have gained, now is the time to unleash it. You don't have to prove anything to anyone, but you will show them what you are capable of. Now, when you step into your true power, the world will see who you really are. The quiet ones who stayed hidden, who carried their wisdom with humility, are now stepping into the light, and the world will notice. They will see your strength, your resilience, and your purpose. You are the chosen ones, and the world has no idea what is coming to them. Subscribe to the channel before the universe plunges you into deep transformation, and you can send a powerful message to the universe by typing 999 in the comments. The quiet season. For so long, you've lived in silence. It may have seemed like you were standing still, waiting for something to happen, but in reality, you were growing in ways that most couldn't see. This quiet time was your season of transformation, a time to reflect on your journey, to refine who you are, and to prepare for what's to come. Imagine a seed buried deep in the earth. On the surface, it might appear dormant, but underneath, there's a whole process happening. The seed is stretching its roots, gathering energy, and getting ready to push through the soil when the time is right. During your quiet season, you weren't necessarily visible to others. Maybe they didn't understand what you were going through, or they couldn't see the growth taking place inside you. That's okay. This wasn't a time meant for showing off or seeking validation from the outside world. It was a time for you to work on yourself without the pressure of others watching, judging, or expecting things from you. It was about cultivating inner strength and wisdom. There were no loud announcements, no public displays, just deep, quiet, often unseen work being done. In this space, you honed your skills, sharpened your mind, and took the time to reflect. Think of it as your own personal training ground, a space where you could quietly build your foundation. You've been gathering your strength in ways that no one else could have seen. Perhaps you've faced challenges that others never knew about, struggles that tested your resilience. Each time you faced those challenges, you didn't shrink back, you grew. Every setback, every moment of doubt, every time you felt like giving up, you didn't. You kept going, even when it felt like no one was watching, and with every step forward, even the smallest one, you were gathering the power and wisdom you would need for what's next. Your quiet season wasn't just about preparing for success in the world. It was about preparing for success within yourself. It was about taking the time to understand who you are, what you stand for, and what you're truly capable of. During this time, you probably learned more about yourself than ever before. You became clear about your purpose, what drives you, and what truly matters. You might have faced hard truths about yourself, but you embraced them and used them to fuel your growth. You learned patience, not just with others, but with yourself. You learned that greatness doesn't happen overnight, that true power comes from persistence and from keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. And now, the time has arrived for you to emerge. Like the seed that has quietly been transforming beneath the surface, it's your time to break free and push toward the light. You're no longer the person you were when this quiet season began. You're stronger, wiser, and more capable than ever before. The world may not have noticed your growth, but that doesn't matter anymore. Now that you've done the inner work, the world is about to see the fruits of your labor. You're ready to step into the fullness of who you are. The quiet season served its purpose. You've been through the transformation, and now the world is waiting to witness the powerful version of you that's about to unfold. The power of stealth. During your quiet season, there were moments when you may have felt invisible. Perhaps you were overlooked, underestimated, or misunderstood by others. People might not have seen your potential, and that was okay. In fact, it was exactly how things were meant to unfold. While the world may have been focused on louder, more obvious things, you were in stealth mode, quietly doing the necessary work in the background. You weren't seeking attention, nor were you trying to prove yourself. Instead, you were observing, learning, and preparing for what was to come. This period of quiet wasn't a time of weakness or passivity, as some might have assumed. It was a time of immense power building in secret. Like a storm gathering on the horizon, no one could see the energy you were accumulating. You weren't the loudest voice in the room, but you were the most focused. You didn't need the spotlight to move forward. You knew that your time would come, and you were content to wait until everything was in place. While others were busy making noise, chasing temporary victories or seeking validation, you were mastering your craft. You were sharpening your skills, building your knowledge, and understanding the lay of the land. You studied the people around you, observing their moves, learning from their successes and their mistakes. You were learning not just from others, but also from yourself, reflecting on what worked and what didn't, what your strengths and weaknesses were. In those quiet moments, you became more self-aware and more strategic about the choices you made. There's a certain power that comes with being underestimated. When people don't know what you're capable of, they often overlook you. They think you're too quiet, too reserved, or too focused on things that don't seem important to them. But that's where the magic happens. They don't see the force building under the surface. They don't see that every decision you make, every lesson you learn, and every moment you spend working on yourself is leading to something far bigger than they could ever imagine. They think you're small, but in reality you're growing into something powerful. And now, as the world begins to notice you, they will see a force far greater than they expected. They'll realize that all of those quiet moments were leading to something monumental. They'll understand that the strength you have wasn't built overnight. It was earned through patience, perseverance, and quiet determination. The silence wasn't a sign of weakness. It was a sign of incredible inner power, a power that was being carefully nurtured and strengthened in the shadows. When you step into the light, they won't know what hit them. They'll be shocked by your strength, your clarity, and your presence. They'll see that while they were busy underestimating you, you were quietly preparing to take your place in the world. The power you've been cultivating in silence will now be unleashed in a way that commands attention. You won't need to prove anything to anyone. Your actions will speak louder than words ever could. And when you rise, they'll understand that what they saw before wasn't even close to the true depth of your potential. What they saw was only the surface. The real power lies beneath, ready to change the world. The moment of revelation. This is your moment of revelation. The time has come for everything you've been working toward, everything you've quietly prepared for, to finally emerge into the light. All the long hours, the countless sacrifices, the personal struggles that no one saw. You fought battles that shaped you, refined you, and made you stronger. Each challenge you faced, whether big or small, has brought you to this point. Every lesson you learned, every failure you experienced, every moment of doubt you overcame has contributed to the person you are today. Now, the weight of all those experiences, all that effort, is culminating in this very moment. This isn't just another phase of your life. This is the moment when you reveal to the world what you've been quietly preparing for all along. For so long, you've been gathering strength, building resilience, and honing your skills in the background. People may have wondered what you were doing, or even doubted your journey. But none of that matters now. What matters is that you've been working for this, working for the day when you can step forward and show the world who you truly are. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. The people who doubted you, the ones who didn't understand your quiet moments, they don't need your validation. This is not about showing them that you're capable. It's about showing yourself. This moment is for you. It's the time to stand tall and recognize the strength that's always been within you. You've put in the work. You've fought the inner battles, the ones that no one could see, but that shaped the very core of who you are. Now, it's time to embrace what you've become, without hesitation, without fear. The world is about to witness something powerful. They may have overlooked you, underestimated your potential, or failed to see the transformation happening beneath the surface. But now, when you step forward, they won't be able to deny the force that's been quietly building. You will show them, not through words, but through your actions, through the way you move through the world with confidence, clarity, and purpose. Your time has come to claim your place, not for the approval of others, but because you know you deserve it. This is your time to shine. It's not about being perfect or having everything figured out. It's about owning your journey, embracing your flaws, and showing up with everything you've got. This is the moment when all your hard work, your wisdom, and your growth come together in a way that is undeniable. The world will see the person you've always known you were meant to be, but now you're no longer afraid to be seen. You no longer need to hide or hold back. You're not waiting for permission anymore. You've earned this. The time for waiting is over. Now is the time to step forward and show everyone what you're capable of. You've fought for this moment. It's your time to rise and claim your place in the world, unapologetically, confidently, and with the knowledge that you've always had the power within you. The world is ready to see you. Are you ready to show them? The world will see. Now, as you step into your true power, the world will see who you truly are. For so long, you've kept your strength hidden, quietly gathering your wisdom, quietly building your resilience. You've lived in the shadows, moving with humility, knowing that your time would come, knowing that one day, when the moment was right, you would rise. That time is now. You've spent years preparing, growing, learning, and transforming into someone ready for this moment of revelation. You might have been overlooked, underestimated, or even invisible to the outside world. But none of that mattered, because deep down, you knew the power you were building, and you knew it was only a matter of time before the world saw the real you. You are the quiet ones, the ones who chose patience over noise, the ones who understood that true power doesn't need to be loud. For so long, you carried your wisdom with grace, not seeking the spotlight, but trusting that everything you needed to accomplish would come when the time was right. And now that time is here. You've worked hard to get to this place, and the world is about to take notice in a way it never has before. The beauty of your journey is that it's been real. You haven't been trying to be anyone else. You've been focused on becoming the best version of yourself. You've been learning from every experience, every challenge, and every success. Each step has been a building block, and now all those small moments are coming together in a powerful way. The world is going to see your strength, the quiet resilience that kept you going even when things got tough. They will see your unwavering commitment to your purpose. the way you've remained steadfast in the face of doubt, and they will be in awe of how you've carried yourself through it all. What they don't know is how hard you fought to get here. The struggles you faced, the personal battles you fought, those have shaped you into the powerful force you are today. The quiet strength you've carried with you, the way you've remained grounded in your values, has created something indestructible within you. The world may have never known the depth of your journey, but now they will. And when they see you step into the light, they'll realize just how much power you've been holding all along. You are not here by accident. You are the chosen ones, the ones who were meant for greatness, even when no one else could see it. The world had no idea what was quietly building beneath the surface, but now they will understand. They will see the resilience, the inner strength, and the deep sense of purpose that has driven you all along. You are not just a product of your circumstances. You are a testament to the power of persistence, of staying true to yourself, even when the world tried to steer you in another direction. Now, as you step forward, confidently claiming the place that's always been yours, the world won't just see a person, they'll see a force. They'll see someone who refused to be silenced, someone who chose to rise when others would have fallen. And as you step into your full power, there's no telling how far you'll go. The world has no idea what's about to hit them. The quiet ones who stayed hidden, who carried their wisdom with humility, are now ready to change everything. And this is just the beginning. Embrace your unique journey. Your journey has never been meant to be easy, and that's okay. From the very beginning, you were destined for something different, something special. You weren't meant to follow the path that everyone else took, walking in the same direction as the crowd, blending in with what was expected. No, your path was always going to be unique. It's not the easy road and it's not the comfortable one, but that's because you were meant for more. You were meant to blaze your own trail, to create something new that no one else could ever replicate. You felt it, even when others didn't understand. You've always known, deep down, that you were different, and that's your power. There have been times when you've questioned this. You've wondered if it would be easier to just fit in, to follow the crowd and not stand out so much. Maybe you felt like being different made you an outsider, like you didn't belong or were somehow less than those who seemed to have it all figured out. But I'm here to remind you, that feeling is exactly why you were chosen for this path. The chosen ones don't take the easy route. They take the one less traveled, the one that others might not understand, the one that requires courage and conviction. It's easy to look around and feel like you should be doing what everyone else is doing, following the same trends, living by the same rules. But that's not your calling. Your calling is to embrace who you are, fully and unapologetically. You were never meant to shrink back or hide your light just because it might make others uncomfortable. The world needs your uniqueness. It needs your perspective, your talents, and your voice. You are not here to be a copy of someone else. You are here to show the world what it looks like when someone lives their truth, when they dare to be different, when they stand in their own power. It's okay to stand out. In fact, now is the time to embrace it. Your individuality is not something to be ashamed of or hide away. It is something to be celebrated. It is what sets you apart and makes you irreplaceable. Every challenge you faced, every experience you've had, every piece of your story has brought you to this moment. And it's in this moment that you need to stand proudly in your uniqueness. The world needs people who are brave enough to show up as their true selves. It needs those who aren't afraid to be different, to color outside the lines, to reject the conventional and create something that is purely their own. Your uniqueness is your strength. It is not a weakness to be different, nor is it something that makes you less than anyone else. It is what makes you extraordinary. The world has enough of the same voices, the same faces, the same ideas. What the world needs now are people like you, people who aren't afraid to take a different route, people who are willing to take the risk of being misunderstood, people who are ready to step into their full potential without compromise. And now is the time for you to do just that. So, embrace your journey. Trust in your ability to walk your own path, no matter how unconventional it may seem. The bumps, the twists, the turns, they are all part of the story that only you can tell. And as you continue on this journey, know that your uniqueness will always be your greatest strength. The world is waiting for what only you can give. Now is the time to stand proudly in it. The challenge is ahead. As you rise and step into your full power, there's something important you need to remember. Challenges are a natural part of this journey. It's not going to be easy, and it's not supposed to be. There will be moments when it feels like the world is working against you, when you face resistance that might make you second-guess yourself. There will be those who doubt your ability, who question your choices, and who try to hold you back. These obstacles are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They're part of the process. They are what help shape you into the person you need to become. And while they may seem daunting, they are nothing compared to the strength you've built in your quiet season. The higher you rise, the more visible you become, and with visibility comes scrutiny. People will have opinions, and many of them won't understand your vision, your journey, or your determination. There will be naysayers who try to talk you out of your dreams, who say it's too risky, or that you're not ready. You might even encounter jealousy from those who wish they had the courage to do what you're doing. And yes, these people can be disheartening, but remember, their doubts are not your reality. Their words don't define who you are or what you're capable of. These challenges are simply tests, meant to help you refine your focus and deepen your resolve. At times, the obstacles you face may feel personal. People close to you might question your choices, not because they want to hurt you, but because they don't fully understand the path you're walking. They may worry about the risks, the uncertainty, or the changes they see in you. It's natural for others to resist change, especially when it challenges the way things have always been, but you cannot let that stop you. This journey isn't for anyone else, it's for you. You've spent years preparing for this, and now you have to trust that your path is the right one for you. What you must always remember is that you are stronger than any challenge that stands in your way. Every struggle you've faced up until now has been preparing you for this very moment. You've built resilience in ways that are impossible to see from the outside, and every setback you've encountered has been a stepping stone to your success. The resistance you feel now is no different from the challenges you've overcome in the past. It's just another layer in the process of your growth. And each time you overcome one of these obstacles, you will only grow stronger, more confident, and more certain of your purpose. You've been preparing for this moment your entire life. Every lesson, every struggle, every quiet moment of reflection has led you to this point. You have everything you need inside you to overcome whatever comes next. You are more capable than you think, and the challenges ahead are not there to break you. They're there to make you even stronger. So when you face doubt, when you face resistance, when it feels like the world is pushing back, remember that this is exactly where you're meant to be. You were chosen for this path, and you are more than prepared to rise above every challenge that comes your way. Keep going. The world is waiting to see what you're truly capable of, and there's nothing that can stop you now. The power of community. Though your journey is unique, and you often walk it in solitude, you are never truly alone. The path you're on may feel like it's yours to travel, and yours alone. But in reality, there are others who share this experience with you. There are those who, like you, have been chosen for something greater, who understand the struggles and the triumphs that come with walking a path that is different, a path that requires courage and resilience. These individuals may not always be right beside you physically, but they are with you in spirit, in understanding, and in shared purpose. Sometimes it's easy to feel isolated, especially when you're on a journey that is so personal and requires so much of your own energy and focus. It can feel like the weight of your goals and dreams is too much to carry alone. But here's the truth. The power of your journey is magnified when you connect with others who are walking similar roads. These people, who are experiencing similar battles, joys, and growth, become your community. They are the ones who truly understand what it means to be chosen for something big, something that requires sacrifice, persistence, and deep inner work. They are the ones who get it. And in those moments when you feel like giving up, or like the road ahead is too steep, they are the ones who will remind you that you are capable, that you are strong, and that you are not alone. In your community, there is strength. Together you form a collective power that no force can break. This isn't about being alone in your struggles or triumphs. It's about finding those who are also fighting for something greater than themselves and supporting one another along the way. There is an incredible energy that comes from shared purpose and mutual encouragement. When you're surrounded by people who understand your vision, your dreams, and your challenges, it lifts you in ways you can't even imagine. It helps you stay grounded, knowing that there are others who have been where you are, who have faced the same doubts and fears, and who are still standing strong. But even more than that, this community is about lifting each other up. It's about encouraging one another when things get tough, celebrating each other's victories, and holding each other accountable when necessary. In a community of like-minded individuals, there is a shared sense of belonging and solidarity. When one person rises, the others rise with them. There's a deep knowing that as each person grows stronger and more confident, the collective strength of the group grows as well. You are all connected, and each step forward you take is a step forward for all. In moments of doubt, remember that you are not carrying your journey alone. There are others who have felt the same struggles, who know exactly what it means to walk a path of greatness, and who are ready to support you. When you feel like you've reached the end of your rope, your community will help you find the strength to keep going. When you shine, they will celebrate with you, and together you will rise higher than you ever could alone. So embrace the power of community. Surround yourself with those who understand you, encourage you, and believe in the same dreams you hold. As you continue to grow and rise, remember that the strength of the collective will always be greater than the sum of its parts. Together, you are unstoppable. You are ready. There may have been moments in your journey when you doubted yourself. Times when you questioned whether you were truly meant for the greatness you've always felt deep inside, or whether you were strong enough to handle the challenges ahead. It's natural to have those moments of uncertainty, especially when the road ahead is unclear or the obstacles seem too large to overcome. But here's the truth. You are more than ready for everything that comes next. Every single trial you've faced, every moment of doubt, every quiet hour of reflection has been a part of your preparation. It has been building you, shaping you, and getting you ready for the greatness that's already within you. Think back to all the times you felt like giving up, but you kept going. When life tested you, when people underestimated you, when you were forced to push through your fears and doubts, those were the moments that made you stronger. Every obstacle you faced has not been a setback, but rather a stepping stone leading you to where you are now. You may not have seen it at the time, but each challenge has been molding you into someone capable of handling what lies ahead. The times when you thought you were at your breaking point were actually the moments that strengthened your foundation, preparing you for the next level of your journey. It's easy to look at others and feel like you're not as ready or not as capable as they are. But that's an illusion. Everyone's journey is unique, and the growth you've experienced along the way is incomparable to anyone else's. Your struggles, your quiet moments of reflection, and your resilience have all been leading to this point. You've learned lessons along the way that no one else could have taught you. You've developed strengths, wisdom, and a sense of self that are uniquely yours, and that makes you more than ready for what comes next. You have everything you need inside of you. All the skills, the determination, and the strength you've been gathering throughout your life are already within you, even if you haven't fully realized it yet. You may have moments when you doubt, but I want you to know this: those doubts don't define you. What defines you is your ability to rise, to keep moving forward even when the path seems unclear, and to trust in yourself when everything else is uncertain. You've been preparing for this moment your entire life, and now that the time has come, you are more than capable of stepping into your power and making it happen. You've already proven to yourself time and time again that you have what it takes. The growth you've experienced, the obstacles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, these things have made you into the person you are today, and that person is more than capable of handling whatever comes next. Your journey has been a process of constant evolution, and now you are stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever. So when doubt creeps in, when you question whether you are truly ready, remember this: you are. Every trial you've faced, every quiet moment of reflection has prepared you for what lies ahead. You are capable of more than you can imagine, and the time has come for you to step into the greatness that's waiting for you. You've earned it, you've prepared for it, and now you are ready.